Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See what's going on. Let me make sure I'm live everywhere. I'm live everywhere. Get a mic check going. I should be live on YouTube and I should be live on Twitch. And everything should be fine on both, guys. So I'm just gonna do a little playback check right now to make sure I'm live on both. Oh yes, I'm live on both. Yes, sir. So I'm live on both. Let's go. Let me go to Twitch real quick. Tabs right up. Stuck. So Twitch is good money. Yes, sir. Draft day, BJ. Draft day. Draft day. Draft day. Shout out to the guys in the Twitch chat. Shout out to the guys on YouTube. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Make sure y'all show love. Either way you tune in, make sure you show love. Make sure you chop it up with us in the chat. I've been waiting for this for a long time. You know, when it come to these simulation leagues, nobody grinds like your boy, man. Nobody grinds like me. I be wanting to do more, but you know, the way like real life is set up, bro. Like the way that real life is set up compared to me trying to shout out to my boy Nick Knight, man. Shout out to my boy JJ. Shout out to my guy Prophet. Shout out to all the guys tuning in on the Twitch side of things. Let me actually get that Twitch sources up. Let me get that source up. Get that chat source up. Get you guys comments here as well. Here we go. Here we guys. Adding on. Then we can move the MSFL over and let you guys chat on this side. And get you guys chatting. A lot of activity in the chat. So shout out to the Mulagins, man. Shout out to the Mulagins, man. We got some viewers live on YouTube as well. If you on YouTube, show some love. I know the bulk of the guys, like the guys who's really locked in, is gonna be on Twitch, because they subscribed and stuff over there. But we had to get this on YouTube as well, because I don't want to forget about the YouTube and the way life be set up with me working and me live streaming and me doing, you know, real life stuff, simulation stuff. It gets tough, y'all. It gets very, very tough. Like it's hard for me to balance everything. So I be trying to do highlights, get timestamps from the guys so I could do highlights for this, get timestamps from the guys so I could do highlights for that. And it's honestly a lot. So I was like, yo, you know what? Let me just utilize the graphics I got right now that I created for the draft. I was like, let me just get that out the way. Let me use that. Let me do the draft. Let me show everything live. And, you know, we can continue to do the back end stuff on the back end. But we got to see what's going on. We just gotta see what's going on. Shout out to my guy Swindle Donut. Shout out to my guy Ace Andre Roche. Yes, sir. We on live. We live on Twitch and we live on YouTube, guys. So you guys can, you know what I'm saying, like flick around, do what y'all will on either platform. But I'ma just get this thing rocking, man. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I've been itching to just show some gameplay, to get back into gameplay, show you guys in the pro jerseys, reveal the pro teams. So I was very excited about, you know, this whole process. And I'ma just more so be talking through some things, showing the draft picks. We got the first round. I'm gonna show the first round, and then I'm gonna just show the complete draft for each team. You know what I'm saying? I could go into each team too and just show you each team roster, but I'm definitely just gonna show you guys the first round. Like we're gonna do the first round like a live setting. You know what I'm saying? And then after we do the first round like a live setting, we're going to actually like unpeel the layers a bit and see what that's hitting for. So you know, I got everything set up, but you know, It's me locked in. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So y'all see the draft order, and this is a little reveal of the teams, if you will. A slight reveal of the teams that's there. So we got the Aviators. You know what I mean? We got the Aviators here. We got the VA Aviators there, located in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got the DC Dragons. Third, we got the Dallas Outlaws. Fourth, we got the Montana Mustangs. Fifth, we got the Alabama Herd. Yes, we have the Houston Herd in the Mulaverse Mac. And the Houston Herd is more so like, like a herd like the Buffaloes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Bulls, a herd of Bulls. So that's the difference there. The herd in the pros is actually the elephants. You see the herd of elephants, as you can see by the logo. At 6, we have the Honolulu Koas. We got the Honolulu Koas. And then at 18, the Koas actually traded up for a draft pick. So at 18, we got the Koas again. The Aviators traded up in the first round too, so they have the 23rd pick, and then the 25th pick we got the New Orleans Voodoo, and then at the 29th pick we got the Scorpios. And I believe the Scorpios is in Arizona. So yeah, I believe they're in Arizona. Don't super quote me on that yet. That's something that I should have concrete. But like I said, bear with me. Your boy be working. Your boy be working. So we locked in. Shout out to my guy PV tuned in. Shout out to all the guys tuned in on the Twitch side too. Twitch been going super duper crazy. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys for all the love on the Twitch side. Everybody that's been showing up and showing out. We 40 deep on Twitch right now. Whoa, there. What's going on? Shout out to Twitch, man. Yo, all the guys on Twitch, get in tune. I know I got some of my Rose Trades family. They be tuned in. And that's dope. I gotta get Coach Villa. I gotta get you in tune with the fam. I know you want to show love, but I know my Rose Trades family is here, and that's a whole different that's a whole different vibe of people, bro. Like they're not even into simulation, but they support me. Those guys be tuned in, locked in. A lot of those guys, big business. You know what I'm saying? Got their own business things going on, but they like what I've been doing with the Mulaverse. I always tell you guys that people hit me about the Mulaverse that I do business with, and they like what we have going on. So they just be watching from afar. Some of them told me they throw me on the laptop, throw me on the TV, and just sit there. And that's all the love and support we appreciate, man. We appreciate all of that. So let's just keep going. Oh yes, learn how to make the animated emojis. We definitely need that. So yeah, we had 70 in here the other night too. But I appreciate y'all. I think something with the Twitch algorithm. I think the Twitch algorithm is just jacking your boy now. I'm trying to just process it all myself. I don't really know Twitch the way I know YouTube. But I know we've been getting a good push. Shout out to my guy, Hustler Nothing. Yes, sir. Hustler Nothing in the building. Yo, Hustler Nothing. I be doing the simulation leagues and stuff. So we have our very first football draft. We already have the basketball pros running right now. You can check out all of that stuff with the basketball series that we've had in on the YouTube channel. But now we're getting into the football. We did a lot of the football college on YouTube, then moved over to Twitch. Now we're going to draft these guys to the very first pro series. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super duper excited. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and let's get a little drum roll real quick. Let's get a little drum roll. That was kind of loud too, but let's get the drum roll going. And without further ado, we could get into that first pick. Are you guys ready for the first pick? Any guesses on the first pick? Talk to me, guys. Any guesses on the first pick? And here's the difference with this draft. We don't have too much context of these teams, right? Because I can't give you guys too much context of the teams yet. But we don't know what's going on. We don't know what these guys need. As the storyline goes, we got a championship, right? This is how the storyline is rocking. We got a championship already in the MAC, and it only took us 2 seasons. It took us 2 seasons. We revamped the MAC and got a champion, right? There's a lot of critics saying, "No, we didn't have to play top competition till the end of the year." Rome got on a roll, a historic run. A lot of top teams didn't get to watch film on the MAC. A lot of top teams, they're saying that the MAC is secluded. They're saying that the MAC is far away from everybody. So it was basically they're saying the momentum we was able to get was because we didn't play a lot of the top guys nationally. We're more of an in-house. So when Rome hit their run, they're using that as an excuse. So we're gonna let them use that as an excuse, but nonetheless, we got a championship in 2 seasons, taking over the MAC. We completely revamped the MAC, and we took the numbers up for the NCAA, man. Like, we literally took the numbers up for the NCAA. So the NFL calling. They said, yo, we could give you both the Southern divisions. We're in the Mulaverse, so there's no pros in this setting. And the NFL was like, look, our Southern divisions is falling off. We need you to come work your magic in our Southern divisions the same way you worked your magic in the MAC. So I'm like, Southern divisions, all right, NFC South, AFC South, which ones? Yo, these guys hit me and said they want us to take over both. They want us to take over both. Not only, not just, they said, yo, not just one conference. We want you to take over both conferences. And you know, who would I be to turn that down? Who would I be to turn that type of opportunity down? We can't turn those types of opportunities down. So as you can see, we got my guy, my cartoon guy, the commish, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do more storyline stuff, get everybody in tune with this storyline. But in general, y'all see, they got my guy. They got my guy here, the animated Moolah, the animated commish. You know what I'm saying? And when the NFL called, you know, we had to answer the call. We had to answer the call. There was no way that we was going to not answer that call. So we answered that call. We got it done. And the deal was made. So we're going to take over the AFC and NFC South. And what taking them over, they let me revamp these teams. Shout out to my guy, Andy Ski. They let me revamp these teams. And part of revamping these teams, I'm like, I bet. Let's get some fresh teams. Let's get some fresh uniforms. Shout out to my guy CB Gaming for the uniforms, man. Shout out CB Gaming for the teams. You know, he been doing his thing with team builders. He has a lot more teams, but you know me, I like to do condensed things so that way we can be really in tune. I like to stay in tune. I want my guys to see their whole career. So you know, you can see your guy when you join the Mulaverse, you can see your guy's entire career from freshman year all the way up into the pros, and we don't want to miss none of that. I know there's some leagues that do some fast simming in between. That's not what we're into, and because it's just me, you know, just me here. You know, I got my mods help me with little things, but it's just me. So for the most part, I got to get on my grind. I got to stream everything. I got to make graphics. So with that being said, condense things, make it more personal and better for the community. So, you know, it keeps the community super engaged. It keeps everybody locked in. And yeah, CB Gaming is definitely the truth on the team builder. So, I utilize his team builder teams. I utilize 8 of his teams. The only team that's misplaced that shouldn't be like in a Southern division, you could say, is Montana. That's the only team that we had to take and still throw them in the Southern Division. But it's cool. It's cool. We got a Northern team in the Southern Division. That's going to be a challenge for them. They got to constantly come down to play against Southern teams. That's a challenge for them. But it's a challenge that they're willing to take. Shout out to my guy, Super Cali Kush. Coach is in the building. Coach is in the building. Coach got a lot to prove this year, too. You know, I had to keep the 3K in the back because we just hit that 3K, and this is why I wanted to go live on YouTube and I wanted to go live on Twitch because I don't want to leave my YouTube guys out there, man. YouTube help us build up, and you know, I like having the base. I like having my locked in guys on Twitch because that keeps the Twitch growing out too. But for all the old guys who's not that locked in but still want to check on me now and then, I want to still give them that YouTube love. So appreciate you guys, like I said, for all the love, and we gonna get into this draft. So with the first pick, the Virginia Aviators are going to go with, let's see, hold up, let's see who they gonna go with, guys. Profit margins. Profit margins out of Rome. I don't think that this is a surprise for nobody. I really don't think this is a surprise for anyone, man. You know, everybody kind of knew what time it was when it came to profit margins, man. He is coming in at an 80 overall, man. He is coming in at a projected 80 overall. And I'm going to say projected because remember in Madden, each team has different morale they have different things that can affect what your overall is going to be. So although some of these guys have a projected overall, when we go into the foul, because we're going to go into the foul, right? When we go into the foul after the first round is done, and I show you guys all the teams, and then we go and see their jerseys and stuff. Once we done with this, and I show you guys all of that, you guys are gonna see that some of their overalls may be higher, it may be lower based on the morale, but profit margins is going to be the first pick in the MSFL Pro Draft, the first ever, MSFL Pro Draft. And it's me, it's your boy Commish. So we following our guys. Yes, there was a whole entire NFL draft, right? That's over with. But here's the MSFL for our Southern divisions. Here's our draft. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. We had some guys get taken by we had somebody get taken. We had Montrose get taken by the Patriots, man, and I couldn't do anything to get him back. I could have finessed, but I'm like, you know what? That'd be dope, man. We'll have the NFL believed in one of our pass rushers. That's fire. So Montrose got picked by the Patriots, and we're gonna look at that too. But shout out to profit margins, man. This guy is a true Mulagin, and he did some outstanding things. I got some career stats here, so I want to go over career stats. I am, like I said, I'm working on some things behind the scenes, trying to get visuals and stuff. But I'll put that in like a complete episode. But for his career, and this is non-mod, so we not counting some of the stuff in the mod, meaning you could go back and watch it. It still counts when you go back and you really want to see what's going on. But this is non-mod, and I only want to keep the mod out of it because we all know it was a bit janky. You know what I'm saying? Indy shouldn't have been in the South. What Indy team? I don't think we have an Indy team. I don't think we have. Oh, Indy shouldn't have been in the South. I know what you're saying. To protect Peyton Manning. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, shout out to my guy Hustler Nothing on YouTube. He's still showing love, and you're right. They definitely Indy wasn't supposed to be in the South, but they did that to protect Peyton Manning. So hey, we keeping the tradition a little bit with that one. But profit margins for his career at Rome, this guy had 2,980 yards, 45 touchdowns. 45 touchdowns, guys, in 2 seasons, 11 drops, and in 20, this is all in 29 games, 144 receptions. So 2,980 yards, 45 touchdowns is insane in 2 seasons, only 11 drops, and out of those, out of 144 receptions, man, dropped the ball 11 times. So he is as sure-handed as you can get, and he is headed to Virginia, man. You see the Virginia Aviators. The uniforms are dope. I can't wait till you guys see the uniforms. Those uniforms are dope. I am gonna send you guys your graphics too, just so you guys can hold that for memories. So all the first rounders do have a graphic. I will make graphics for the second rounders that won them, but just let me know if you're a second rounder that won it after. If you are a second rounder, we don't know who those guys are gonna be yet. But all the first round guys got a graphic. The only guys who didn't get graphics for this first day is going to be the second round guys. So after we see the second round guys, we'll see what's going on. And Profit is headed to VA, man. Profit is headed to VA. But yeah, great statistics for Profit. Shout out to Not FT Commish. Damn, did Roden enter the draft? No. Roden didn't enter the draft. Roden stayed. Roden actually stayed, but Profit was outstanding, man. He did some crazy things, and the craziest thing in the national championship, this guy and his quarterback Zion Lipscomb called game, and it probably was the craziest thing that we've ever seen in simulation. Like, you can't make some of this stuff that you see in the Mulaverse up. So I know, guys, you've seen simulation leagues. Oh my God, we had 70 on Twitch. What the hell? Oh my God, yo, shout out to the Twitch algorithm. We going crazy, man. But yeah, man. So like I said, some of the things that you seen profit margins do, Zion and just that Rome team do on their run was just outstanding. You just can't, you can't knock them for that run. That run was outstanding. It was ridiculous. And I think these NFL scouts just took note. Like, it was a lot of other pro players within the universe in the sim setting that were good. We seen their stats, but from a storyline perspective, I just gotta say that those Rome guys did something special, and we were getting a lot of calls about the Rome guys and them NFL scouts. Them NFL scouts was like, listen, I know the skeptics is gonna say whatever they're gonna say, but there's no way, a team does that without top talent in this college setting. There's 100 and some change teams, and they fought through the ringer. They bounced back, and I think that resilience is what changed the game for Rome. And as we head to the second pick, man, the second pick in the draft, the Dragons have the Dragons, man. You got the DC Dragons, with this next pick. And who do you guys let's see who you guys got going number 2? Who do you guys got going number 2? Talk to me. Let me know who you guys think is going number 2. Number 2 in this draft. Of course, we don't got too much context. We got some guys saying Ace, some guys saying King, Rello saying him, Zion. We got some guys saying Zion. We got some guys saying Jalen Means. Oh, okay. Jalen Means is a good decision. One of the best pass rushers, if not the best pass rusher, in the league, coming out the college series. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we got Zion or Ace. Okay. So that drum roll was kind of loud, but we're going to get another one. Drum roll. With the second pick in the draft, the DC Dragons select Elijah Carter out of Rome. So Rome goes back to back in the MSFL draft, and it is King Carter, a 77 overall. And guys, we just gotta take the whole thing into context, and I don't be one to give away too much during the season. I don't want to sound like I'm swayed to a team or swayed to a guy, but when it comes to these either award show at the end of the season or the draft, I gotta keep it a buck. A lot of guys slept on the impact of Carter. He may have been the reason that Rome truly won a championship. It was only one team that sniffed out what they did and adjusted, and you saw the difference. And that was in the national championship, guys. They moved this kid from a strong safety position where you can tell he was already a bit of a hybrid, more of a run stopper, putting him at sub linebacker, utilize his athleticism, utilize his speed, utilize his overall feel as a natural safety. And this kid dominated at the sub linebacker spot. When I say it was hard for a lot of teams to go short to medium field is super important at a college level. If you can't get the run game going, that's super important, because having these college quarterbacks so deep is tough. And Elijah Carter completely cut that off. He didn't do it by himself. Yes, he had Caleb Combs. Yes, he had a young Knox who was really good. Yes, he had Waverly Harris. Yes, he had Aiden Phillips, Coco Punch helping him. But to dominate that middle of the field the way he did, that was very tough. And that boy Carter got the nod, man. The Dragons, of course, like I said, we don't know what teams needed what, but the Dragons went and they secured themselves a strong safety at 6'3", 225 to 30 pounds. And this kid is tough, man. Let's read over the stats for Carter. 78 solo career tackles, 172 assisted tackles, and 250 total tackles over his 2 seasons at Rome. He had 1 interception. He had 25 tackles for loss at that sub linebacker to safety spot. 1 interception, 2.5 sacks, and like I said, you do got to consider what these teams needed or may have not needed, what they may have. They had guys already on these NFL teams. I don't want to give you guys too much context till after. You guys are going to see why they picked who they picked after as we go through the team rosters with the team reveal. So we're going to do a full team reveal with the uniforms, jerseys, and everything after the draft. But just for now, just stick with me for the draft. And yeah, man, Carter gets the nod. Carter looked super good during the season. Carter was great. And big salute to my boy Carter. He's another one of those Mulagans, another one of those guys who are truly league first, truly embodies what we want out of a Mulagan, man. He helps me as a mod. He's always active. He's always showing love. No matter what we introduce and implement, he's one of the first guys I go to talk to ask, what does he like? Does he like it? Is he feeling my vision with this? And he's just a super supportive guy. And, I want to say, yo, I appreciate you. Both him and Pharaoh Class Acts going 1 and 2, and they're both on Rome. And no surprise there as those guys won a national championship. You gotta know that the NFL was gonna be, ringing them down. Shout out to Hustle or Nothing too. Shout out to my guy Kobe Bomba. My guy says Carter. Yo, it's Carter. So now as we head to the third pick, let me get some of you guys' predictions, man. Third pick, guys. Who you guys got going 3? Who do you guys got going 3? The Outlaws have the third pick. The Dallas Outlaws. Okay, we got some Ace, Zion, CJ Driver is not a bad. CJ Driver was not a bad look. They got definitely a QB. Looking at some of these predictions, definitely a QB. Shout out to my guy Low-Key Caliber. Maybe a linebacker. Okay. So let's go. Let's get a little drum roll going. And with the next pick in the draft, the Dallas Outlaws at number 3 select Jalen Means. Jalen Means gets selected with the third pick in the draft. And he's going to the Outlaws. 79 overall. 79 overall. They are locking Jalen Means down in Texas. He's going from Houston to Dallas. And it makes sense. Those scouts seen him dominate in the upcoming conference. No matter who they played against, Jalen Means was outstanding. And let me tell you guys this. He was one of the lowest overalls. He was only like an 86 overall. But he was dominating. He was up there with Aiden, he was up there with top guys every time, and the Houston Herd is going to get a guy off the ball at 3. And I'm telling you, this guy was dominant. And another thing with the overalls, here's how we doing overalls. Yes, it's based on how you play, but there's also that overall factor, meaning just because you didn't do something in the college series, if you're physically gifted like that, I have to have your overall match that. I have to make your attribute match what your physical gifts are based on what you did in the college series. Meaning, if you were a super fast guy, of course we're gonna make the overall translate, so it's gonna be lower, but you're still gonna be a super fast guy. So whatever we got to do to balance that out, that's how that works. And he at 86, I almost wanted to max him at everything because he played up to the full potential of that 86. So he got the 79, and Jalen Means was going crazy. Jalen Means over his career had 48 solo tackles, 89 assisted tackles, 137 tackles total, and 26 sacks, 63 tackles for loss. 26 sacks, 63 tackles for loss for the Houston Herd. He was literally doing it all, guys. This guy was going crazy. Like, if you watch those games, you could not deny the impact that Jalen Means had. You can go back and watch the games. He had an insane impact on the game, guys. Like, I'm not just making this up. He was one of the top generics in the series, and it's a reason why he was the defensive player of the year. Like Houston went to the conference championship back-to-back years in a stacked conference. We all know the MAC is stacked, especially because of the user players and how good the user players are. He was one of the leading catalysts to why Houston went back-to-back. If the offense was stifling, If the offense was was playing around, he was getting it done on defense. He was helping little folks, six guard, catch those interceptions because he had pressure on those quarterbacks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his stats definitely don't get talked about enough. And that's once again because he's not a user. And I try not to, like, I want you guys to see certain things. I try not to be like a persuasive GM. It's kind of like everybody got their own opinion. I check facts all the time. But he has the numbers, man. 137 total tackles, 26 sacks, 63 tackles for loss. 26 sacks, 63 tackles for loss in 2 years. In 2 years, like, that's insane. That's about 30 some tackles for loss per season, and then 26 sacks. Come on, that's 13 sacks. That's 13 sacks each year. That's averaging 13 sacks in a year, like at a college level. And then you go into the conference championship every year. That's elite. Not only is that elite, this is a Dallas, Texas team that didn't have to go too far to see what they needed from him, to see what they needed to go scout him. They love this gameplay. They love this film. Love this personality. As you can see, the guy has a motor. And Jalen Means gets it done. At number 3, who do you guys got going? Number 4, the Montana Mustangs. Montana Mustangs have the 4th pick. Is it time to go QB? Is it time to go QB? Is it time that they go QB? Like I said, you guys will get full context of why teams picked who they pick. I mean, I'm just going to let you guys see the rosters and you guys, make it up for yourself, see why they went where for yourself. I think that's what's dope about our league is that, the conversations. Like, I got real football guys in this league and I love it because we have real conversations about just sports in general, and we know how subjective sports could be. So that's why I'm just opening up the floor. I'm going to show you guys the teams. I will do some free agency pickups for the teams because these are bare bone teams, man. Don't think it may be tough. Like, we got to rebuild the South as well. It's going to be tough, bro, because they don't have too much depth or too many good players on these teams. Some teams are better than others, but it's not a lot. So we really got to rebuild, man. We really got to rebuild. We got guys saying still thinking QBs, not to mention running back. Or we don't really have running back. I don't think we had any running backs into the draft. No, we didn't. We didn't this season. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So with the 4th pick, the Montana Mustangs select Amani Tolles, the MAC champion from season 1 out of Lumen Christi, and he is coming in at an 80 overall. He is the 2nd highest overall outside of profit margins, and here's why. Don't sleep on Amani Tolles' stats. He had just 300 less yards than profit margins. He had 2,679 total yards. He had 28 touchdowns. He did have 18 drops out of 117 receptions, though. So, and think about this, guys. Profit had 29. I'm going to tell you something about this guy's stats. I'm going to tell you something about Amani Tolles' stats. Profit had 2,980 yards, right? 2,980 yards. Tolles had 2,680 yards. And Tolles did that in 11 games. Profit did that in 29 games. Tolles had 300 less yards in almost 19 less games, guys. I mean, well, we was not 19. It would have been, 18 less games. So 18 less games. He had 300 less yards in 18 less games. That is insane. That is insane. That is insane. And if you watch his games, you'll see why. In only 11 games, 2,679 yards. He played less than a season both seasons. He basically played less than a season both seasons. Like that is insane. That boy is a dog. That boy is definitely a dog. He didn't play the end of the year for Lumen. He didn't play till the end of the year for Lumen Christie. So it definitely makes sense. But the boy went off. 28 touchdowns, 18 drops, 117 receptions. He completely went crazy, man. That's still about over 10 receptions in some games if you do the math properly. And yeah, he was dominant, man. Deep balls. Deep balls were his thing. You know, he has burners. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays in the pros, if I'm being honest. He's another one of those generics that were really good. Chris Beach actually owns this player. And yeah, it was just interesting to see, man. It's gonna be interesting to see because 5'10, 5'10 like at a pro level, I want to see what like if he's not just straight Tyreek Hill burning guys. I want to see how that works. And then, you know, with these teams, it's not too crazy superstars on these teams. So gonna be very interesting to see how everything pans out and how he's going to be able to hold off. So next up, man, we have next up, the 5th pick goes to the Herd. Oh, the 5th pick goes to the Herd. The Alabama Herd have the 5th pick in the draft. And shout out to Chris Beach. Yes, Chris Beach, your guy just got drafted. Your guy Monty Toes went number 4, and he's an 80 overall, Chris. So you're going to have them legacy points legacying because you got an 80 overall pro on top of your college guy who's going to be killing. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. Amani Toes, man. Doing his thing, 80 overall, 5'10", 194. It's gonna be interesting to see how a team gets him going. But you can't deny the talent of this kid, man. You can't deny the talent that this kid has. And you know, next up, we got the Herd. Who do you guys got going next? We haven't seen a quarterback off the board, and that's crazy. We haven't seen a quarterback off the board yet. And like I said, it could give you some context and see what's going on with these teams as to why maybe that's happening. But that is an interesting feat. That is interesting that we haven't seen a quarterback off the board yet. Let me know who y'all got going 5th to the Herd. Who do y'all have going 5th to the Herd? The Alabama Herd. Alabama, sweet home Alabama. It's gonna be interesting to see. Quarterbacks coming around 10. Okay, a linebacker. Okay, so with the 5th pick in the MSFL NFL merger draft, the Alabama Herd select Zion Lipscomb. Zion is headed to the Herd as a 72 overall. Your boy Zion out of Rome. How many first-round draft picks is that from Rome? That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3 of the top 5. Rome with 3 of the top 5. Rome with 3 of the top 5 guys. Yes, Sirski. Rome with 3 of the top 5 guys. Shout out to that boy Zion. Zion going 5th at a 72 overall, and he definitely deserved it, man. He definitely deserved it. You know, like I said, what him and Prophet was able to do was crazy. And you know, just how they played on that playoff run, I don't think it could be denied. I think there was a lot of speculation about you know, these quarterbacks, and I think that's maybe why some teams were hesitant and just was like, you know what, let me fill up on these defensive guys, on these wide receivers, on these big play wide receivers that I would need, because you know, with them playing in the MAC, like, you know, playing in the MAC, and people still trying to figure out, is the MAC like that, which they should know because we won the Natty now, you know what I'm saying? But I think people were still speculating about these quarterbacks and how they can play at a pro level. However, you know, the Herd of Alabama in our Pro Series are going to go with Zion. And I think this is a good pick. I think Zion is as sure as they come as a QB. Very conservative, I would say, at times. but always wants to make the smart play. And that's what you gotta love about a guy like Zion. He always wants to make the smart play. And I think that's why these guys love him. That's why we love him. And I like it, man. I like the pick. I like the pick. I truly like the pick. What are you guys thinking about this pick, guys? Let me know what you think about this pick. And also, how are y'all feeling about Zion, man? How y'all feeling about the boy Z, man? Zion. We're gonna go over his stats as well. We're gonna go over his pro stats as well. Because the kid was outstanding. It was phenomenal. But we're gonna go over his stats right now. Need to pull up the Twitch on this side. Shout out to the guys. We like 4 away from 160 followers. Let's get those followers up. Let's go. And let me see Zion. We got 156 followers on Twitch. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Like we did that kind of fast. So let me go to Zion's career stats. Zion's career stats goes as follows. 8,330 yards, 568 out of 833 passes completed, 68% completion percentage, 87 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, and that was in 2 seasons. 87 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in 2 seasons. He averaged 287 yards per game and did finish with a national championship. That boy is tough. And Rome giving bonuses for draft picks. Rome is definitely running up those draft picks. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Well, no, they got 3 guys in the top 5. 3 guys in the top 5. Gonna be interesting to see who else they get going. And yeah, man, Zion did his thing. Zion did his thing. Could not be denied. I don't think you can deny the talent on this kid. This kid is one of those ones for sure. And let's move on. Let's move on to the 6th pick. With the 6th pick in the draft, this is the Honolulu Koas. The Hawaii Honolulu Koas with the 6th pick select Waverly Harris Jr. at a 75 overall. And when I tell you guys, this kid was a lockdown corner. Guys did not even look his way. Guys didn't even look his way. They did not look this guy's way. They did not look Waverly's way. They did not look Waverly's way. Waverly was on one all the time. If you watch those games, he's shutting down the whole side of the field. That's literally how, Knox was getting so much love. Caleb Combs was getting a lot of love. Like, guys were going that way all the time because a lot of teams didn't even want to throw Waverly's way. And Waverly still had some impressive stats when it all boiled down to it. 60 solo tackles, 76 assisted, a total of 136 total tackles, and he also had 6 interceptions. That's good numbers. That's good numbers in 2 seasons, especially when nobody's looking your way. Like, guys were not throwing this kid's way. You can go watch the games for yourself. Unless it was like top matchups, and even in top matchups, he rarely ever got cooked. There's some times where, other receivers got the best, but never on a consistent basis when it came to Waverly. Waverly went crazy, and these Rome guys are flying off the boards. That is what, 4 guys in the top 10? That is 4 guys in the top 10. 4 guys in the top 10. And now we would skip ahead. We didn't have a 7th pick. As an MSFL team, the NFL teams had the 7th pick, guys. But this is where the Koas traded up. So the Koas traded up in the draft to get the 18th pick. So that's when our next team that we taken over have taken a pick. So the 18th pick will be the next pick in the draft. And with the 18th pick, who do you guys got? It's the Koas with back-to-back picks here. The Koas with back-to-back picks here. So the Koas got back-to-back picks. They go Waverly first, At a 75 overall corner, locked down, 6'2", 215, good size for a corner. You got Waverly off the board. And who do you guys got next? Who do you guys got going with Waverly to Hawaii? To Honolulu, Hawaii. Who do you guys got? You got guys saying Ace. I'm seeing Ace. Let me get some more. Let me get some more opinions before I reveal who's going next. Waverly in Hawaii. That's gonna be interesting to see. That's gonna be interesting to see because he did his thing at Rome. He's gonna be a young rookie, so he's gonna be battle tested. But that's gonna be interesting. You got Prophet saying QB or wide receiver. You got Ace saying maybe another wide receiver. Let's see who Hawaii wants to go with. Now, Hawaii is a special place. Hawaii is so special. We had the draft in our headquarters in Virginia, but Hawaii had their own special going on. As you can see, they're the only two that didn't have a Virginia skyline background. They got the Hawaii background. Yeah, you're gonna see that all the Hawaii guys got the Hawaii background because they had their own special thing going on. They said that they got like to spiritually bring in their players a different way. So it wouldn't be right if their players got drafted in Virginia. And I said I was all for it, man. I said I was all for it. And low key getting the vibes. QBs might be good for a lot of teams. Laugh out loud. And with the next pick, let's go. Some guy saying another defensive player. So they go Waverly with the 6th pick, and then the Coas trade up to get the 18th pick. And let's see who they go with the next pick. What made them trade up? They got Waverly. Who did they see slip down to the 18th pick that made them bite? With the 18th pick in the MSFL NFL merger for the Southern Divisions, the Honolulu Coas select quarterback Ace Andre Roche, 69 overall, QB 6'5", 230 pounds out of the Houston Herd. He is headed to Hawaii with Waverly. And boy, oh boy, Ace Andre Roche, this guy was one of the first NIL guys, right? This guy went off. Him and Duke had a rivalry. Then it turned into him and a rivalry with Rome and Lumen. Him and Jay King having a rivalry after going to back-to-back conference chips. He was never able to shake it off and get the job done at a college level, right? He didn't finish the job as far as a conference chip or a natty at the college level, but his stats were outstanding. You got to listen to this guy's stats because he went off. He absolutely went off. 7,611 yards. So that's second to Zion. That's second to Zion, third overall. Overall, out of all of the quarterbacks, Jay King, who still haven't been drafted yet, had the most. He had 9,077. But Ace finishes third in the conference with 7,611 yards, 560 completions to 822 attempts. That is a 68% completion percentage. And the kid had 65 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. 65 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. That is great. In 2 years, that is amazing, outstanding. He averaged 271 yards per game. And he was getting it done, man. He was getting it done. He had his brother over there at wide receiver. He had DC Speed. He had JJ Middleton. And the Coas said, look, we seen this guy slip. He has a winning, although he didn't finish, it says something about a guy who's constantly competing at that high level. Even if you go back to the first season, wherever Ace was, if there was a top team, Ace was competing right there. If it was Alabama in the first series on the mod, he had Ole Miss right there with Bama. Him and Duke were the top guys. And although he was never able to really get over the hump to be number one, every year his team was right there. Every year his team was good. It was dominant up until the point where they had to get over the hump and just couldn't. And some people see that and say, look, we're going to take that. We're going to take a guy who gets to the game, who gets there every time. We're going to take that. He left in his junior year. A lot of people thought he should have came back as a senior to finish the job and to develop a little more. But I think the raw talent of this kid is just unmatched in certain areas, and I think he bet on himself, and he's a first round pick. He is a first round pick. That boy Ace Andre Roche is a first round pick, and he's going to Hawaii with Waverly. That's going to be an interesting pairing. You got Waverly looking to be the future of the defense for Hawaii, and then you got Ace looking to be the future on the offense for Hawaii. And that's going to be fun to see. That is going to be fun to see. The guy had tremendous stats. He's a tremendous leader. And now at the Pro Series, he got some grinding to do. 69 overall, a lot of raw talent, just complete raw talent, big build. 6'5", 230, nice size QB. And really reminded me of like a Josh Allen at times. You know what I'm saying? I think he has that ceiling of potential. And he's one of those guys that you're just gonna want to watch and see, develop over there on Hawaii, man. This is gonna be fun. Shout out to Jalen Brooks. Jalen Brooks saying, "How do I join this?" Yo, Jalen Brooks, you got to get in our Discord. If you I can put a Discord link in here. I'm gonna drop a Discord joint for you. But Jalen Brooks, I know you went inactive on a couple leagues, my guy. I ain't gonna hold you. You don't got too much room for inactivity over here. You don't got too much room for inactivity over here, but I got you. I dropped the Discord link for you. Just letting you know, warning you. If it's not something you could be committed to, we got basketball and football, so we got to do things in a timely fashion. If you can't commit, you could just watch, bro. There's no pressure to join. I'm not pressed to have a million guys. I like my core guys who are active, and we keep things moving fast, bro. You see, we did we did 3 basketball seasons, and now we're in the pros. This is our 4th. We did 3 football seasons, and we're about to be in the pros, which will be our 4th. That's going to be a total of 8 complete years done. Like complete, where you can see every game. That's going to be a total of 8 in just 2 years, bro. And honestly, I'm trying to keep that level of consistency for myself. Like, YouTube, Twitch, and all these things have been a journey for me. And with these series, we have grown. We have had a lot of fun, and I've liked it. Like, we've grinded. This is about to be 8 seasons, guys. Once we finish the SBA pros and the MSFL pros, that is 8 seasons in 2 years, guys. In 2 years. December will make it 3 years. So my daughter is 4. December make it 3 years. And that's a huge accomplishment to me. That is a huge accomplishment to me. And thanks to my core guys for sticking with me, growing with me. Some of the core guys that we got, they were new along the way. So yeah, it's time for y'all to get tribal tattoos. We got Ace and Waverly in Hawaii, and that's a nice duo. Nah, you good, Jalen. I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a good core here, and I don't yeah, we complete 3-4 seasons in a year for sure. And like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to stop that for certain. Like, I don't want too many guys in here that, got us taking time to make them and do all this stuff, and then they not really committed. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a family, this is a brotherhood over here. But yeah, we gonna welcome you though, Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You had to get out of high school, salute to you, congratulations. But I'm just warning anybody that's interested in this experience, man. Don't waste our time. So next up, I think this was another traded up pick. I think somebody else had traded up. Yes, this is the 23rd. So we skipped to the 23rd pick because the NFL had all of these picks in between. And this is the Virginia Aviators. The Virginia Aviators has the 23rd pick. They traded up, and they already picked profit with the first pick. So who do we see Virginia going with this 23rd pick? They already picked profit margins with the first pick. Who are they going to pair with profit margins? So you got guys like Jay King still available. You got guys like Jalari Tatum still available, another wide receiver. You got guys like Jay Rello, another wide receiver. Keyshawn Covington, CJ Driver, Regal McRiley, the tight end for you got Jay King still. I don't know if I said that. You got Callie Wan. You got yeah, man. You got some guys. Got some guys. And they trade up to get this. Who could they have seen slip and say, okay, at 23rd, we're gonna trade back into the first round to get another young guy with our guy. You also got the generic Justin Marlowe. from Chicago State. You got some guys. You got some guys. You definitely got some guys, man. Got some guys. You get that view count on here. I don't want the YouTube guys to get it messed up. We going crazy. Going crazy. I appreciate y'all, man. Hate the love for real. Hate the love for real, man. Hate the love for real. Okay, so with the 23rd pick in the MSFL NFL merger Southern Divisions draft, the Virginia Aviators are going to select Justin Marlowe out of Chicago State, 72 overall. He is the oldest quarterback in the draft at 23 or 24, I believe. He was a 4-year guy at Chicago State. He was the highest overall quarterback in the college series. And he is older, so hence the overall difference. You can see the maturity factor coming in, and I think when you watched him, he only started 1 year. He was 4 years. He was behind Duke, and then he started this last year. And I think I think this is a smart move by Virginia because you have the strongest arm in the league. Outside of maybe Jay King could maybe compete with him as far as strong arm. Ace had a strong arm too, but you seen this guy was throwing missiles. When you put Justin Marlowe next to profit margins, that just is like, ooh. That is like, ooh. When you put Marlowe next to profit margins, that is like, ooh. He's an older guy, more mature than the rest of the young guys. I like him. I think that's what make it a safe pick. Compared to some of these younger guys, you got to see if they're willing to have the work ethic for a pro level. Being a 4-year guy in college, I think it showed a difference. You know what I'm saying? I think you can see the maturity in his arm in the one season that he did have. Look at this too. Check out his stats. The rest of these guys played 2 years. He played 1 season and threw for 4,458 yards. He had the highest completion percentage outside of Jay King. He was tied at 69%. 362 completions for 519 attempts. 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in his 1 year as a starter. That shows the maturity there. And he came right in, filled in for Duke, and did what he was supposed to. They had a bit of a rough year, but I think when you watch that team, you just saw, like, you would just see some of the throws and just would be like, ooh, that's a pro level arm. That's a pro level arm. And it was really tough. And to have him in Profit now, you get Profit a quarterback that can get him the ball. I don't know if these guys got a quarterback there ahead of him or what, but I know, and we're gonna see that later. I just know he can get Profit margins the ball. I know that he can get Profit margins the ball. Hold up, guys. We got the alarms going off. Pardon me for the disturbance. I know they're getting that together in the kitchen. But you got a guy, 6'5", 237, another big guy, him and Ace, pretty big guys. And he can get Profit the ball. I truly think he is pro ready as well, Coach Villa. I think he's pro ready. If you watch those games and you seen that guy arm, I think if he was on any other team outside of Chicago State, boy, the league would have been in trouble. If you would have put him with another group of top user receivers last year, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. So, first quarterback to go, Zion. Second quarterback to go, Ace. Third, Justin Marlowe. And that only leaves one quarterback left. And the Voodoo have the 25th pick. So, the Voodoo have the 25th pick. Will they go with Jay King? Do we finally get to see Jay King off the board? Guys? Wondering what's up with Jay King. Jay King did win a conference championship, him and Zion, but he has to feel like he slept. I mean, he has to feel like he's being slept on. He has to feel like he's slipped. And with the 25th pick, do the voodoo go with him? We still got some good players on the board. We got Rello, Keyshawn Covington, CJ Driver, Regal McRiley, Callie Wan, Jalari Tatum. We still have left. You know what I'm saying? Who does the voodoo go with the 25th pick? Who does the voodoo go with? Maybe some character concerns with Jay King, younger guy. We did see him. Jay King's another gunslinger. He's not only like you can say that Ace and you can say that Marlo were gunslingers as well, but I do think from a personality standpoint, maybe a little more mature on the mature side. Jay King was, you know, he had some beefs, some public rifts with people. We've seen some questionable decision making with him younger. When he was younger, he did mature, but I think that some of the teams maybe have been. And with the 25th pick, it'll be interesting to see who goes next. Let's see who do y'all got going 25th, guys. Before I call it out, let me see a couple of predictions, and then we'll get into that. And how you guys feeling these graphics, man? How you guys feeling these graphics? Are y'all liking the draft graphics, man? I tried to turn up with the draft graphics. Are y'all feeling it? Y'all know I be making these myself. I be having to literally get in the lab, and that's why it does take me time, guys. Like when I'm saying it's taking time, it's because like I do these graphics on my own on Canva. Like I go look at draft graphics and try my best to just do something that's similar, that's fire. And you know, I gotta use what I could use. Like I did own these Bill made these teams, so I had to literally go remake all of the logos with my AI tools. Like I had to do an image to image with every logo, cut out the background, which was a headache, guys, just to get these logos by themselves. You know, I had to go make these graphics, find out a nice way to get the graphics going, and appreciate you guys, man, for all the love. Word, bro. Like it does take a lot of this stuff take time. Like I know it probably looks simple, but it takes time. And if you think I'm capping, man, just try it. Just try. Just try. Just try it one time, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much. Thank you guys so much for the love, man. I'm just so happy to be getting this draft done. And with the 25th pick, the New Orleans Voodoo select Jalari Tatum. Jalari Tatum out of New Orleans, the 5'8", 189-pound wide receiver. Jalari Tatum goes to the Voodoo. And I like this pick. This kid is another guy that got burners. He is another guy that has burners. Burners. At the 25th pick, the Voodoo say, look, we're going to go get another speedy guy. I would say statistically top 3 alongside Toes. He was right below Toes and Profit statistically out of all the receivers that that came out. No, actually, Keyshawn Covington was ahead of him. Keyshawn Covington was ahead of him. But Keyshawn had 12 drops to his 5, and he had less receptions than Keyshawn, but he had one more touchdown. And I think maybe that's and then Keyshawn also had them character issues too. So I think that also may have factored in. And you know, the Voodoo are gonna go with Jalari Tatum, the generic out of Louisiana. That boy Tatum, he was tough too. He was a big play guy. If you watch Louisiana play, you know they got Rello and BJ, but this kid was a huge reason for, you know, their success. They were one of the first ranked teams out of the MAC, and they kept that ranking throughout the year. And it was due to them finally getting some consistent quarterback play out of Caleb Nobles. And Caleb Nobles is another guy who we haven't seen go. That's going to be interesting to see as well. We haven't seen Caleb Nobles either. You know, statistically, he did do a lot worse than other quarterbacks, but he was solid. It's going to be interesting to see if maybe one of our teams snag him late, or an NFL team snags him, or maybe undrafted free agent, who knows. But Caleb Nobles is another guy who was pretty decent. He didn't have glaring numbers when it was all said and done, but he was pretty decent. We've seen some flashes out of him, but his top receiver goes, and it's going to be interesting to see what New Orleans is going to do, because they lose Rello and Jalari Tatum to the draft. So because they lost Relo and Jalari Tatum, their call is on BJ. And they lost their starting quarterback. So that's BJ at the top spot with a new quarterback. Again. Yep. Coach Villa, that's definitely what it's looking like. And then we have, let's see what's next. Um, Okay, the next pick in the draft would be 29, Arizona Scorpions. The Arizona Scorpions pick 29. And who do you guys got? We still got Jay King on the board. He hasn't came off the board yet. We got Jay Rello, Keyshawn Covington, CJ Driver was a really good pass rusher. I'm not sure what's going on there. Regal McRiley, Callie Wan. Yeah, man, let's see. Who do we got? 29th pick of the first round. 29th pick of the first round. They got Covington going here. We got Juan. We got somebody saying Jay King. Is it time? Arizona. No, it's hot in Arizona. Good weather. Who do we got? Man. We have got a couple of Wands in there. Couple of Cali Wands in there. Let's go with the 29th pick of the first round. And after this, we're gonna get into the fun after this, y'all, because this is the last pick of the first round, which means we're gonna go into the foul now, and we're gonna just see the rest of the teams. We're gonna go and see the rest of their draft picks. We're gonna get to see the exciting guys who didn't get picked in the first round, and then we're also going to look at the team's uniforms. We're gonna get to I'm gonna show you guys your characters in their pro jerseys. And yeah, man, we go do the full team reveals. And I'm excited for this. So this is the last pick of the NFL MSFL merger. Last and final pick of the MSFL NFL merger in the first round. Last pick of the first round. The Arizona Scorpions select Jay King out of Lumen Christi. 69 overall, and he gotta feel like he has something to prove because he is the last user quarterback to go off the board, and he won the first conference championship. So Jay King definitely has to feel like he has something to prove, and he is going to Arizona to prove it. Jay King off the board, yes sir. And this kid is a gunslinger. But here's another thing about Jay King. This kid can scramble. Don't forget that Jay King had like a 90 speed, like for whatever reason, the game wasn't utilizing his legs a lot, but they actually did. They did do some read options and stuff. We seen him have some good runs at Lumen, but this kid is an athlete. This kid is an athlete. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Jay King. He is an athlete at the quarterback position. And I think it's gonna be fun to see. This kid won a conference championship, the very first, and his stats was outstanding too. His stats was outstanding. He was number 1 in yards out of the users. He had 9,000 yards, guys, in 2 seasons. This kid had 9,000 yards in 2 seasons, guys. 9,077 yards. Gunslinger for sure. 69% completion percentage. 78 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. That's where the alarms ring off. The 21 interceptions. He also led in interceptions. So he also led in pass attempts too. So some will say that's a bit inflated. That's why he had so many yards, because he had most pass attempts, but he also had the most interceptions. He had 21 interceptions. The only quarterback who had less interception, who had close to that in second was Ace with 15. So that's still about a six interception difference, which makes a huge difference. 78 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, but did throw 9,000 yards, leading everybody by a bit of a long shot. And yeah, man, this kid was a true gunslinger, and you gotta love it, man. Jay King goes off the board with the 29th pick. And now, man, now we gonna have some fun. Let me make myself a bit smaller. Because we got to get into the game. We got to get into this game, guys. We got to get into the game. I could take this image off. Let's get into this game, man. Let's get into this game. Go to Elgato behind everything. Let's get into the game, guys. Let's get into the game. Get the screen. There we go. Let's get into the game, guys. Let's get into the game. So now we're going to see the second round. Shout out to my guy, Aiden Phillips in the building. Yes, sir. Aiden in the building. Let's get into the foul, y'all. And I'm going to show y'all the rest of the teams. Let's see what the rest of these teams did with their picks. See what the rest of the teams did with their pick. So here we go, guys. Draft recap. Go to the draft recap. And this is going to be a shocker to y'all. The Aviators had the first pick, which means they had the first pick in the second round. And after getting Justin, trading up to get Marlowe, I think this was strategic by them. I think this was very strategic by them. So the Aviators went crazy in this draft. I honestly think they had one of the best drafts. Check this out. They trade up to get Marlowe. They trade up to get Marlowe in the 23rd, knowing that they had the first pick of the second round. And they go get Rello. So you got Marlowe, Rello, and Profit. Oh my God. You get Marlowe, Rello, and Profit. And then in the third round, peep the third round, they pick Regal McRiley. They got Regal McRiley. It's a triple. You talking about a tandem. They got Regal McRiley at tight end. Oh my God, like this team knew they had a plan and they executed perfectly. They got profit margins. They got Justin Marlowe, Jay Rello, and Regal McRiley. The tight end slips to the third round, which is realistic for a tight end, and that is a elite young core. If you are in the college series and you fit any other positions defensively, I know that Virginia Aviators is a spot that you are salvaging, that you can't wait to maybe be a draft selection too, because with those guys on the team, that young core, oh my God. Wait, hold on, because that's not it. I think that they went and got they got Cali Wan too. They got Cali Wan later too. They definitely got Cali Wan later, but I'm gonna go to the rest of the teams first because they do have Cali Wan on their team too. I know that they have Cali Wan on their team. Then if we go here, the second pick, obviously in the because they had the number 2 pick in the first. So they had the second pick in the second round. They go and get Keyshawn Covington. So you got Carter and Keyshawn on the same team. And if I'm not mistaken, wait, doesn't Carter own Keyshawn Covington? Does Carter own Keyshawn Covington, or am I bugging? Yeah, I knew I wasn't wilding. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So look, both of his guys get drafted together. And yeah, man. So then the rest, they weren't able to get nobody else. They got a nice tight end, Alex O'Neal, generic tight end. They got a generic tight end, Alex O'Neal. He's a good overall as well. Yo, Rello said, "Was I not the biggest steal?" Nah, I'm not gonna lie, Rello. You in profit. That makes you a crazy steal. That makes you a crazy steal. Let's go to the Houston Herd next. The Herd, they just run away with Zion, but they get a left outside linebacker, 72 overall center. I like that. I like that for the Herd. Let's go to the Coas. So the Coas got Waverly. They got on Ace. That was huge for them. And that was all from them right there. Let's go to the Mustangs. The Mustangs get Amani Toes. They get a tight end and a linebacker in the first 3 rounds. I like that. The Outlaws get Jalen Means. They didn't get anybody else from there. Let's see. Girl's doing that. She got this thing going on. Then you got the Stingers. They went and got J King. The Stingers went and got J King. That's all they were able to get. They had a second round pick wide receiver. Try to pair somebody with J King. Deep threat. Okay. Deshaun Watson. Let me see size. 6'2", 6'2", 218. Okay. Got some guys with some size. Nah, no, I think Juan got picked. Juan got picked by NFL team, but he was traded. I just don't know where he was traded to. It might have been the Aviators. Then the Voodoo. Ooh, the Voodoo. I knew somebody else had got him. The Voodoo gets CJ Driver late in the second round, and that's a steal. That is one of the steals, if you ask me. CJ Driver, 73 overall, goes to the Voodoo with Jalari Tatum. So you got two good CPU guys over there. One on defense, one on offense, and I like that. I like that right there. I like that right there. Jalari Tatum, and CJ Driver. Oh, and they both went to NOLA. They both went to New Orleans. I didn't even peep that. They stayed in New Orleans. That's crazy. They stayed in New Orleans. They stayed in New Orleans. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. So we're going to go look at the rosters now, too. I am gonna show you guys. I'm gonna let you see you guys in them jerseys real quick. I think Juan went here too. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got like trade swapped. And yes, Cali Juan, 69 overall. Yeah, I know I wasn't bugging. Virginia Aviators. Here you go. Cali Juan. There goes that guy Juan right there in his uniform. Number 59, 61, 69 overall. There goes Juan. And let me see where he got drafted. I think he got drafted super late too. I think he got drafted super late. If I'm not mistaken, he got drafted like super late. Yeah, third round, 12th pick. He was drafted third round, 12th pick. Third round, 12th pick. So let me go to the Aviators. I just want to go to all positions. I'm going to let everybody see their player. All right, so let's just go through the depth chart. So you got Justin Marlowe. He's the only quarterback on their depth chart. So they had to go get a quarterback. So check out Marlowe in his new gear. Check out Justin Marlowe in his new gear. I guess we can go to the edit real quick. Check out Marlowe in his new gear, man. Check out that boy Justin Marlowe. That boy Justin Marlowe in that Aviators uniform. Yeah, that looks pretty. That looks pretty. Look at these uniforms though, y'all. Check out the uniforms, man. Good team reveal. How y'all feeling about these uniforms, bro? God, look at them Aviator uniforms. Shout out to CB Gaming. He did his thing with that, man. Did his thing with that, man. We ain't even make no changes. But now let's go to them wide receivers. You got Profit. You got Profit and Rello. You got Profit and Rello. Yo, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. This team is about to go crazy. You got the youngins. Oh my God. There goes that boy Profit Margins. Let's go. Let's see. Let's check that apparel. Oh my God. Profit Margins. Yes, Sirski. Profit Margins. He was number 9 in college. Sporting the number 80 right now. Let me see. Profit, you want that number 80? You like that number 80? Or you want a number change, man? Y'all can do the number changes if y'all on here right now. If y'all on here right now, I'm with the number changes. How you feeling, Profit? You trying to change the number right now? I can tell you what numbers is available. You are a rookie. Keep that in mind. You got 83, you got 80, 83, 84, 85. And then you got 0, 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 16, 19. You like 83? Profit like 83. Okay. Prophet likes the number 83. Let's see what he look like with that 83 on, man. See what he looking like with that 83 on. See what he looking like with that 83 on. 83 profit margins. Yes, sir. That actually look fire. My boy Profit. Yeesh. Boy, profit margins, man. 83. Let's see what Rello looking like. Let's see what that boy Rello looking like. Number 15. Rello got number 15 on right now. See what numbers they got available for you, Rello. Oh, you got it. You got number 19. That boy Rello said, I need 19, and the 19 is open. See how Rello looking. That boy Rello. Hello, Rello. Hello, Rello and Profit is crazy, son. Like, if you watch the college series and you know, because Rello is another big play receiver. So it's like, oh my God. Hello, Rello. Profit margins. Hello, Rello looking good in his uniform too. I kept y'all swag. Y'all looking good, man. Y'all looking good, man. This is exciting. Y'all don't know. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. Y'all don't know how hyped I am to just be seeing this, and oh man, y'all don't know, man. I'm so excited, bro. I've been waiting for this for so long, like just been waiting to show y'all this and just start up this season for so long, bro. Um, Next up we got the Dragons. Let's see that boy Carter. Oh wait. I want to go through the whole Aviators team so y'all can see like a full team reveal of them. So if we go to full roster, they got some linemen that's top. They got some top linemen is looking like. Defensively, they got a nice halfback too. So we gonna go through position by position. So we got Marlowe at the QB, and this is why I said projected because he was at 72 overall. But I guess because of the team stuff, I don't know, or maybe his the coordinators, they got him at a 76 overall. Like that's insane, and you could see what went up. Like they got stuff going up. I guess that's from that gotta be from the coordinators. Then you got two pretty good running backs. You got Eddie Holiday. He's only 25. This is a young running back right here. 96 speed. Oh my God, yo, this Virginia team is gonna be tough. Then you got Rello, second receiver, Profit, receiver one. So they went and got they two young guys who's gonna just be leading the charge for them. And that's fire. That's just fire to see. At tight end, you got Regal McRiley. They went and picked Regal McRiley. In the third round. Like, how do you let Regal slip? How do you let Regal slip to the team that has Rello and Profit? How do you do that? Like, how do you do that? How do you let Regal McRiley slip to the team that got Rello and Profit? There goes that boy Regal McRiley. Regal had drip. And he got drip now too. He had drip. He had the tuck shirt though. Can't get the tuck shirt in the pros, but Regal looking good. Regal did have a visor though. He had a dark visor. We got to get Regal his dark visor back. You got to get McRiley his dark visor back. Regal McRiley was tough. I don't know if y'all tuned in. We give him the prism. We give him the prism since pros, you know. Let me see. Okay, I got you, Profit. Profit want the dark visor too. I got you. Well, I think you had the dark visor though, Profit. You might have had the dark visor already. Yeah, you have the dark visor already. Got the dark visor. Let me see. Dragons. Nah, you good. Oh yeah, I was on the Aviators. We was going through. We was only on tight end for the Aviators. So they looking good so far. Tight end. Then you got left tackle 70. Okay, they could work on that. Left guard. I mean, they can actually move one of these guards too. They got two good guards, or move one of them to center. Yeah, you can throw one of these guards at tackle. Since you got, yeah, they gonna have to throw one of those guards at tackle for sure. Left end, they got Victor Gold, 82 overall. He's gonna be pretty good. Then you got a 70 overall. Okay, it's got some room to work. They definitely got some positions to fill. Defensive tackle, a little bit, and they got some young guys there though. They're young, so they'll be able to develop a little bit. Left outside linebacker 79. He's 32 though. So they do got some spots to fill. Middle linebacker 69, Cali Wan, and then 24-year-old 77 Ed Osgood. That's pretty good. He's 1 year experience too. That's pretty good. Corner, they got some young guys right here, but then these two older guys leading the charge, and then some guys, some young guys. So they could do some work in the cornerback room as well. Free safety 80, 24. That's not bad. And then they don't have a strong safety, so they're gonna have to move one of these corners to like strong safety or something, or yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to figure something out. He's a superstar. Wow, he's a superstar. That's interesting. He's a superstar. I want to see who else is like the top guys who are. So they got a superstar right guard. They got a superstar left guard. They got a superstar free safety. And we don't really know what Profit is at right now. So they got two superstar linemen and a superstar safety on the Aviators. So that's interesting to see, guys. That's interesting to see right there. Then if we go to the Dragons, let's go over to the Dragons. The Dragons, of course, had the second pick and picked Carter. They picked Carter, and did they pick somebody else? No, they just got Carter. Yeah, they got Carter and Keyshawn, actually. Yeah, they got Carter and Keyshawn. So they also do have a top. They have an X Factor is looking like, or just yeah, that look like an X Factor. That's an X Factor wide receiver at 27 years old. So Keyshawn is going there with somebody that's tough already. 85 overall left end, 85 right guard, 83 defensive tackle, 82 corner, 80. This team may not be bad neither. They got a quarterback that's 79. That's probably why they didn't go with a quarterback. He's only 28 though. I mean, he's 28. Yeah, he's 28. And then Carter at 77. So it looked like they got a good defense. They probably just wanted Carter to add to that defense. So it makes sense. And they quarterback is alright. They quarterback is alright. Calvin Underwood, decent awareness, decent. He's looking decent. So it's looking like they didn't really feel a need to go QB. And that makes sense. Running back and 78. Well, he's a superstar. He's a 78, but he's a superstar. So he's 24, Theo Mentor. So he got some potential. Then this wide receiver is nice right here. And you got Keyshawn. Keyshawn is likely gonna be, from what I'm seeing right now, he's gonna be like wide receiver 2, 3. Oh, this guy's gonna be the slot. So yeah, Keyshawn's gonna be on the outside, 6'5". Cause this 27-year-old, I doubt they're gonna have the 27-year-old over Keyshawn. Or maybe Keyshawn gotta earn that spot. This 27-year-old is alright. He's not too aware yet. I mean, that's kind of bad. At 27, that lack of awareness. Yeah, I think Keyshawn beats him out for the spot. And I think Keyshawn goes to wide receiver 2. And then you have this top guy as a slot. He's probably going to be wide receiver 3. But that slot guy is going to, like, get the bulk. I could see something like that. I could see that situation. Tight end. They drafted a pretty good tight end. But he's still not going to start over this guy, Zach Gray, that they have. So that's interesting. Maybe Zach Gray has an expiring contract. No, I don't think so. Maybe they just run like a little 2 tight end set. You never know. Left tackle, left guard, center, good. Right guard, good. Right tackle, decent. Left end, their defense is looking like where the money at. Yup. The defense is looking like where their money is. They got a 24-year-old, 77, 29-year-old. So they got some depth there. And they got a 25-year-old, 75. Yep, these D tackles looking good. He's a superstar. They got a superstar D tackle as well. Left outside linebacker, and they could get some work done there. Middle linebacker. So they linebackers is looking at too. Hence probably why you go with a Carter as well. Hence probably why you go with a Carter as well if you want to move them there. Because if you can move one of these guys to safety, well, they don't got too many corners. But they're all right at that. They got some solid corners, not too many. But then the free safety 66, ill. And then, oh, okay. I don't know if you trust anybody else at that safety spot over Carter. But maybe they go in free agency, try to pick somebody up. Maybe throw him at a sub linebacker spot. Or maybe still just throw him at sub linebacker and just wish for the best over the top. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the Dragons play it. But I think it was smart of them to go defense. It looks smart of them to go defense. Let's see who Zion has on his team. And let's see what it's looking like over here. The overall roster. Ooh. Zion, they got a top QB over here. Superstar 90 overall at 32, 11-year pro Zion. So is Zion the insurance plan for him? Is Zion are they gonna be looking to maybe trade him if no success? Like, do they? How does that work? How does that work? They got a 90 overall over there, and they actually got a guy 72-25. So Zion is it's not gonna be simple. It's not gonna be that simple for Zion. Not gonna. How bad do you want it, Z? How bad do you want it? And that's smart of them going to get an insurance plan, but now it's just up to Zion. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Running back room is a little over there. Wide receiver room is decent. Decent at best. They got two kind of older guys, 27-year-old and a 30-year-old. That's And then they got two first-year guys, two guys who were rookies last year. That's looking alright. Looking alright. Decent size. Look like they got potential, but nothing too crazy. Tight end 31. Left tackle, left guard. This team may be in a bit of a rebuild though. Mathis a burner. Oh yeah, Mathis 98 and 94 speed. Okay. But they 5'10 and 5'11. Those some little guys. Those are some little guys. Burner for sure, but little guys. This team is in a bit of a rebuild, it looks like. I think that's why they go and get Zion, although they got that older quarterback. It doesn't look like that older quarterback is gonna get much of his worth with this team. Especially this late in his career. Yeah, left end, decent on defense, and their defensive guys look young. So I think that's what they're trying to sustain that defense. Yeah, that defense is definitely where it's at for this Herd team. Defense is definitely where it's at for this Herd team, and they're trying to piece together that offense. I think that's why they keep the older quarterback and see what you do with that. But that's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic because how bad do you want it, Zion? How bad do you want it? Like that's an interesting dynamic for you. See, that's definitely an interesting dynamic for you. And then we already was past the Herd. Let's go to the Koas. Let's see what the Koas is working with. Koas left end on a team is a superstar. Free safety is an X factor. That's why they went Waverly first. Center superstar. Okay, young center. Okay, a nice receiver, 27-year-old, pretty much like a burner, 91 speed, 92 excel, because he's only 5'11. He may be a route runner, Jalil Walker. Okay, but they got a good line. Hence why you go with the QB. Let's look. Yep, so they don't have a QB on the roster. They go ace. That's probably who they traded to move up. Probably traded an older quarterback to move up because they like the future. They like what the future is looking like. See what's going on. Then you got wide receiver. Let's see. Wait, the halfback room. Decent running back. Nice little young running back. They got another guy too. They got some guys with some speed. These guys not too much speed. Maybe power backs or something. I'm not sure. Not sure. Running back looking a little But this Walker kid is looking interesting. Then you got J Rhodes. So they wide receiver room is looking a bit right now, if you ask me. It's gonna be interesting to see what Ace could do with this. They got a good line, but it looked like they gotta work on finding some receivers. Look like they definitely gonna have to work on finding some receivers. It's not gonna be easy to building these teams back, man. Building these teams up. These aren't the flashiest teams, if you ask me, but definitely serviceable. Their defense is looking alright too. Cause like if this is the start of the defense, that's really good. That's decent right here. You got 23-year-old 76. I like that. D tackle, I like this. Even with the young guys, I like that. Left outside linebacker, 70 overall, age 22. Decent. Middle linebacker, 24, 79. I ain't mad at this. Right outside linebacker, 72. All right, decent in the linebacking room. Corners, Waverly is number 1 already. That's a bit that can be a bit alarming. We got two guys that's decent behind him, but and they got some speed on these corners over here. But look at this. One of these guys not even too much of a man corner, zone corner. All right. This is gonna be interesting to see. Waverly coming in, leaning on your rookie to be that guy at corner. They needed a corner desperately, so it made sense why they went and got Waverly. But to lean on a young corner like that heavily so early, that's a little dangerous. Free safety is really good, but this is why I guess they went with that. They like let us get our corner because we got a free safety that's elite already, and a strong safety. Yeah. And let's go Mustangs. Let's see what the Mustangs got. Overall. Overall, left end that's nasty. Defensive tackle that they defensive line is stacked. They got a good wide receiver. So Monty Toes ain't over there. Dolly, good running back, good free safety. Okay, Toe. Oh, they got a good receiving core over there. Zeke Towns, quarterback. And then they got a Dom Batch. Dom Batch and Zeke Towns over there. It looked like Zeke might can move his legs a little bit. 31. It looked like Dom is who they're gonna take pass the series over to. It looked like they're gonna try to pass this team over to Dom after Zeke is done. But Zeke still look like he got some fire because he got some speed behind him still. Good throw power. Dom got a little bit better mid accuracy. Deep accuracy. Zeke slightly got him, but Zeke got the throw on the run. Zeke might be an improviser or a scrambler. That's gonna be interesting to see. And he's 6'5" too. That's good size. That's good size right there. Um Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got y'all for sure. Yep, I got y'all. I got y'all for sure. Halfback. Alright, let me just go through this team real quick and then I got y'all. Clyde Knight, 5'11". Okay. Lionel Watford, 81. Yeah. Lionel Watford, Amani Tolls, like, yeah. Yeah, I like this receiving core though. This receiving core gonna be tough right here. Left tackle. They gotta get that line up a little bit. Definitely. Oh, they don't got a left tackle. I mean a right tackle. Yeah, they gotta get this line up, boy. They gotta get this line up. D-line alright though. D-line is where the money at. They linebacking core. Yeah, it's looking like they defenses they calling. Secondary is a bit free safety, strong safety though. Yeah, they defense definitely gonna be where they calling is at. Let me go through. I saw the Aviators uniforms. Let me just go through in order. Aviators got the Dragons. So let me show Keyshawn Covington, Carter, Keyshawn Covington. Keyshawn Covington. I'm dragging uniform. Hard too. Dragon uniform. Fire. So the Aviators here go to Dragons. How y'all feeling these Dragon uniforms, y'all? How y'all feeling them Dragons uniforms? Dragons is hard, huh? Dragons. We ain't even see the other uniform. We ain't see like the home away, the alternatives. Like y'all gonna like these. Y'all gonna like. I don't like these. Let me see my boy Carter. They're trying to get me fat. Like I'm screaming and you booting me up. I'm gonna get fat. Like my father, little crispy. I'm gonna that crunch. I mean, got that crunch. Boy Carter. Oh, that boy Carter. Got the twins ready? Like they should, man. She always wants me to try the food in front of her. She could leave. Chicken got that crunch. You been doing your thing with the chicken. You don't crack the code with Yeah, yeah. I like the Dragons uniforms a lot, bro. So next up, we're gonna go to the Herd. Oh, the Herd got some good uniforms too, though. The Herd got some good uniforms too. I'm gonna show y'all that boy Zion. Show y'all that boy Zion. Yeah. Herd got some good uniforms too, man. Herd uniforms. Herd is clean too. Herd is clean, boy. Clean black and white with that hint of red. Gray. Colorway nasty. I like how they implement that gray with the black, white. And then they splash. Then they throw the splash of that. They throw a splash of that black in there. I mean, a splash of that red in there. I like that. I like that. Let's get some more unis going. Uh-oh, them boys at the Coas. Them Coa boys. Coa boys. Coa boys, man. Coas is hard, too. See the little tribal accent. Oh, God. Oh, God, Ace. Oh, God, Ace. Oh, God, Ace. Ace, that's tough right there, Ace. Ace, that's tough right there, Ace. Ace, that's tough. Coach Billy, you trying to get a generic running back for your son on Ace and them team? Oh, sorry. I'm good. Let me see him. Westbrook. Oh, this boy fat. Ricky. Ricky Westbrook. Oh, yeah, you can get young Ashton. I'm going to show Waverly. Oh, hey, this boy drippy too, Coach Villa. Boy, drippy too. Nashville. Nashville. Nashville is a crazy nickname, Coach Villa. Nashville was a That's a crazy nickname. Nashville? Oh man. They get the young Nashville over there. That's crazy. Your wife call him now. I just thought about that off the head. See, great minds think alike. She's a keeper, Coach Villa. That boy Waverly. Yeah, that nickname is fire. Nashville was crazy. Oh my God, Waverly. Oh my God, Waverly. And you got the long dreads. Waverly dreads got longer finally. He had them short dreads in college. The Coles went and got two dreadheads. Oh God. He said got a man lace. Mustangs. Let's go to the Mustangs. Let's see what these jerseys hitting for. Let's see what these jerseys hitting for. That boy Amani Toes. Let's see. That boy Amani Toes. That boy Toes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. These Mustang uniforms are too. Mustang uniforms hard too. Oh yeah, I'm ready for the pros. You can't go wrong with none of these. You can't go wrong with none of these uniforms, y'all. They definitely look professional. That's what I was going for, man. I was going for that professional look. And my boy Bill hit it on the nail. Shout out to CB Gaming, man. Coach of the Explorers in the RFL. He did his thing with these, man. Outlaws got means, so we gonna go check on means. He's hard. He's hard. Hard, y'all. He's hard. They really got that Texas feel, like that Texas warmth. That Texas warmth to these jerseys. Hmm. Outlaws. Details though. Got to peep the details though. Gotta peep the details, man. What's next? Who's next? Who's next? Ooh, we got some good ones coming. The Stingers, J King. J King. Ooh, they got a guy trying to battle J King too. Stingers. J King. See that little, you see the little dual helmet? Y'all see the way the helmet blended? And a different colorway. Like, another key thing was like having different colorways. So J King didn't have too much drip on his player, as you can see. So he may want to drip his player out how he want. But having them different colorways was important. Having them different colorways was super important. And I can show y'all what it looked like with a little more drip to it. You know what I'm saying? But you can mix it up. You can make it what it is. And with this type of uniform, you can make it what it is. You keep it simple, it still could look good. And then you got the voodoo. Here we go with the voodoo. They got Jalari Tatum and CJ Driver. Voodoo jerseys. And these last two teams got the most extreme colorways. It's hard though, right? Yeah. Like you go here, you could drip these out. Drip these out. Go ahead, you could drip these out right here. I gotta change that Jalari Tatum number though. Got my boy with 86. More of a lower number guy. Yes, sir. So that's the teams. I seen the jerseys for the teams, right? See the jerseys for the teams. See the jerseys for the team. I am gonna do some free agent stuff probably for all the teams. I just needed to show y'all them. Then I'm gonna get in my bag and do like free agency for these teams. So stay tuned with that. And Madden crossplay, y'all. And Madden crossplay, guys. Oh no. Can somebody let me know if the Madden leagues are crossplay? And we're gonna connect Neon Sports too. We're gonna connect Neon Sports so everybody can keep up with the stats and stuff. So y'all don't have to wait on me. Alright? We gotta do, but let me know. Let me know if y'all know if Madden is crossplay, y'all. And look at the division. Look at the records. Records with no bueno. Look at the records. No bueno. You got some teams that gotta get out the mud. Harder than them gotta get out the mud. Ace and them. Everybody really gotta get out the mud this year. Them records was no bueno. Aviators, Mustangs, Voodoo. Voodoo was pretty decent. Aviators won one game. That's why they needed the type of draft that they had. They won one game last year. And they didn't win no home games. Now for the rebirth in Virginia, I think they did a good job. Want to go with a rebrand and rebirth in Virginia? I think that was a great job. So there you have it, guys. Obviously, no stats. 800 yards for that running back. Tight end was the best receiver. And they still went and got Regal. Hey, BJ, you still in here? We gotta get some chats going. Protein chats going. And some protein rolls. We gotta get some chats and some rolls. And maybe we got the college locker rooms. Yeah, we gotta do that. You see the team Zion was on. Check out that quarterback for the Herd. Or he still played good last year. Although they ain't win nothing, played pretty good. Wide receiver Hicks, forward too. That wasn't even a dude with the super burners. And dude with the burners almost had 1,000 too. Nah, Coach Villa, nobody own Marlo. Nobody owns Marlo, Coach Villa. That could be a nice little move for you, Coach Villa. That could be a nice little move for you, Coach Villa. Ha ha. That could be a nice move for you, Coach Villa. Could cop Marlo for Nash. Could cop Marlo for Nash. They went and got your top receiver. That is tough. I'm trying to think. Justin Marlowe was a 1 year starter. He don't have as much history. We might could do that name change. Which I think we might could do that name change. It's because he was only a 1 year starter. Because I mean, you go back that 1 year, I don't think it would be that bad to have the name change. Not like a Jalen Means or somebody. I don't feel like it would be that bad. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't feel like it would be that bad. I don't feel like changing it to Marlo would be that bad. Changing it from Marlo would be that bad. I don't think it would be that bad. He only played 1 year compared to like yeah. Yeah, let me see. Let me see what the mods talking about. The mods with it, I'm with it. I don't think it's that bad. I really don't think it's that bad. The mods is jacking it, I'm with it. If the mods is jacking it, I'm with it. The mods, I'm about to actually see what the mods talking about right now. If the mods jacking it, I'm with it. Yep, I put it in the mods chat. We see what's up. 1-win team. That's definitely a project though. That's definitely a project, man. 1-win team. Definitely a project. I think they got a good roster now. I think they filled out the exact parts that they needed. I think they filled out the exact spots that they needed to. He said that's my number two, 12. 12 is the number two. Nah, I put it in the Mosh chat. We'll see what's going on in the Mosh chat for sure. And yeah, man, that's the drive, jersey reveal. I think it was a successful night, man. I think it was a successful night. What y'all think? It was a good night, right? Good night. We got the draft done out the way, so we ready to go. Of course, we got the preseason still. Still do got the preseason, guys. Um, just roster. We do got the preseason still. Got a just roster. I think we'll skip past this adjust roster. Um, we'll go into the preseason. When we go into the preseason, I may adjust a few things on these teams, balance things out. Um, especially things that look a little crazy. I might just fix a little bit of those things myself. Um, 77 across the board for the aviators. Not too bad. I do got to switch between each profile, guys. I do got to switch between profile to get to the next, just like the other ones because it's online. I went with the online because we could get the neon sports. So yeah, I just wanted to stay consistent with the neon sports. So that way you guys could see the stats and see everything. Um, I'll be dropping neon sports links. Um, and the same thing goes. You guys could get generic players in the pro series too. So if you guys want generic players to add to your repertoire of players, you could get some generic players in the pro series. I would say let's wait on that. I think I'm gonna do some adjusting to start the season on some generics. I think I'm gonna adjust some of the pro generics to even out these teams a bit. Um, not gonna change nothing too much, but I noticed some teams got like no players at certain positions. So I may move players at positions to balance it and then even them out. But I won't be doing nothing crazy. I just would be even in the positions out and making sure everybody got something serviceable at certain positions. So that's really what I'm thinking about doing and looking to do. So when I do pass this stage right here, that's the most I'll be doing. I probably won't go past this stage until I do that. And that'll be coming soon. So by tomorrow this weekend, we'll probably have some preseason action. So stay tuned for that. So this weekend, stay tuned for preseason action. We also gonna do some SBA. I may do like one game football, one game basketball. I literally may do it like that, or may do 1 day football, 1 day basketball. Some days I may do one football game, one basketball game in the same day. Some days I may do just football. Some days I may do just basketball. So I'm thinking about dropping a schedule for that as well, but I want to see the schedule. So I want to see both schedules, and then I'll just like put out a schedule for this. This is what we doing this week. I'm gonna do this game, this game, this game, this game. So we're gonna have a real Mulaverse schedule dropping soon, where we'll officially have both sports on it. We finally got to the point that I wanted to be at, guys, where we could do both sports, because this is where it gets fun for me, because I can like go back and forth to both sports games. Like I always wanted that, bro. I always wanted to be able to go back and forth to both sports games, stream a football and a basketball game in the same day, and keep you guys in the same context to where it's like y'all interested, y'all know what's going on. And I think I honestly think we finally got to that point somewhat. Like I know a lot of the football guys are catching up to SBA, but a lot of the football guys have been invested in SBA now. And I think the best way to keep us together this way is to do it the way we've been doing it. So yeah, we close to college football week 0 as well because SBA is close to wrapping up. Um we like past mid-season of SBA. Yeah, we're past mid-season of SBA. We're about to start the pros for this. Um I think if we look at the schedule for this, I mean, each team got 17 games. Each team got 17 games, but we're only following the teams that have our guys on it. Um and and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's some teams in our conference that we don't have to follow because they got generics on them. So like, oh yeah, the Mustangs got tolls, so we don't have to really watch every game from them. And then the Voodoo got Tatum and CJ Driver, so we don't have to watch every game from them. The only games we gotta watch every game from is the Aviators, the Dragons, the Herd, and the Outlaws don't even have it neither. So Stingers, Aviators, and Dragons, those three teams is the teams that we are most, and the Coas. So Stingers, Coas, Dragons, Aviators, Herd. It's like 5 teams. It's like 5 teams that we really gotta watch every game for. The rest of them got generics, and we can still tune in, but it's like I don't think we have to go crazy with those guys, because they're generics. But yeah, I could show you your player card. You can look. You screenshot this. I would screenshot this right now if I were you. If it's anybody else that want that player card, let me know right now. No, right now. He said he wanted. All right, that we're gonna see. Nah, the profile you got does have a team on it. Yeah, the profile you got do have a team. Huh? The profile you got does have a team on it. Yeah, you could definitely look that way. Profit. I think. All right, I gotta show Ace. Hey, anybody else want their player card right now? Anybody else want their player cards right now? Let me know. Anybody else want their player cards right now? Let me know. I'm about to get up off of this. Yeah, Carter is gonna go crazy. So Carter is gonna go crazy. that made that man, yeah. Did his thing. He did his thing this season. He did his thing this season. Definitely deserve it. But yeah, man. So pretty much that's it. Sure. It was an NFL team that won a Super Bowl for sure. The NFL team that. Yep. There you go. Dolphins. The Dolphins just won the Super Bowl. And them NFL teams probably nasty. NFL teams probably nasty. It's like it's probably gonna be super tough for us to deal with some of these NFL teams. Like, look at uh these NFL teams gonna be tough for a couple years. Carter Gilbert, quarterback. Oh my God, 97. Yeah, these NFL teams, I'm telling y'all, gonna be devious for a couple years. Yeah, they look a lot different. They look a lot different than what our guys was looking like. Ali. Yeah, it look like the Dolphins gonna go back to back. Yeah, these NFL teams gonna be tough. There's no way to check like overalls, right? Yeah, there's no way to check overalls, I don't think. Facts. We ready to accept the challenge just like we did in the match. I don't think you can check overalls. I feel like there used to be a way. Yeah. Yeah, I think the teams do the auto subs themselves. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get y'all some preseason action though. I'm definitely gonna get y'all some preseason action. Cause I think I'm gonna be testing the sliders. So like I'm gonna do y'all preseason with my test sets, and I'm gonna use the preseason to test the sliders for the main. So I'm gonna use the preseason to like definitely want to test using the preseason. So He definitely going. And then it's not too many depth on y'all team, so I think most of y'all gonna play a lot of the game. I don't know how to check the overalls. I think there used to be a way where you could see the overalls of the team. Yeah, I may play most of the game though due to depth. But like if y'all don't, I'm definitely still gonna be using the preseason to test the sliders. So it'll be good. And we'll be doing that probably this weekend. I'll probably be showing some of those games this weekend. Yeah, doing that alongside some SBA things and stuff. Now I get to just get games out, get them to y'all. Don't matter if it's basketball, football. It's always gonna be something to watch. Um, always gonna be something for us to chat about, talk about in our own universe. So I think good days is coming, man. The vision is starting to align, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, man. It was a lot of fun. Let's get in the Discord. Let's chop it up, man. I want to get in the Discord, chop it up. Yeah, hit me. It's 10:30. Got off before 12 tonight, so I'm gonna try to get some time in, watch a show or something. And appreciate y'all, man. Your boy Commish Moolah. We had 3K. So thank you guys so much. Hit that 3K on YouTube. We've been doing our thing. Appreciate y'all. Salute. Welcome to the Mulaverse. If you're new, make sure you hit that follow. Tap in with us. Y'all know the rest, man. The rest is history. The guys saying it was fun. Nah, it was definitely fun, man. It was definitely fun. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all and peace.